You can always turn here for quality products that enhance the quality of your life. Quantum Television. Choose wisely. Live well.
Microwave meals used to mean rubbery chicken, dried limp vegetables, and tasteless fish. But that's no longer true, thanks to the best friend you ever had in your kitchen, the incredible MicroBuddy. With hundreds of thousands sold to date, people have discovered how well their MicroBuddies cook fresh, nutritious vegetables. Mouth-watering New York strip steak, scrumptious salmon, quick, fluffy rice, and much more in just minutes, right from their microwave oven. Because of its unique design, you can now have your favorite foods in one of the healthiest, quickest ways, thanks to the power of super moisturized heat circulation. Get ready for a very special In the Kitchen with Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome QVC's Bob Bowersox and his very special guest, Wayne Harvey.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello, everyone. Wow, you look at this. Welcome. Great. Welcome to a very special edition of In the Kitchen with Bob here on QVC. I'm Bob Bowersox, and this is my very good friend, Wayne Harvey. And let me ask you a question right off the bat. We're going to solve a problem for you with a piece of technology that was invented many years ago, but I'll bet you none of us has really used it right. How many of us bought a microwave oven with the best of intentions, and then all we use it for nowadays is to bake a potato or warm a cup of coffee? Right?
Or pop popcorn.
And pop popcorn, right. That's about all that we do with a microwave oven. Well, Wayne has come up with an invention that for the very first time has solved the problem of getting real food fast from a microwave. It's called the MicroBuddies.
And it's great. You know, when they came to me with the MicroBuddy, I said, no way, you can't cook. I mean, really, seriously, you can't cook in a microwave. That's the way I've always felt.
Sure.
And I think most of y'all felt the same way. They had to prove it to me, and that's what we're here to do for you today.
I'll tell you what, food can do a lot better than talking, so let's cook.
Well, they say see and believe and listen.
That's right, yeah.
I was telling you about how they had to convince me that you could really cook in the microwave. There's two different types of cooking that takes place inside the MicroBuddy, and we'll explain that later on. But I want you to see this for yourself. Take a look.
Ooh.
Now, is that gorgeous? Now,
they are beautiful.
Look how nicely they browned.
Look at these.
Those cooked in just 20 minutes, not the 45 minutes it would have taken in an oven.
Now, you're from the Southwest, aren't you?
Yes, I am. And in the Southwest,
I know where this came from, then.
We do a lot of Mexican-style cooking. But a lot of people are getting away from the beef, so what we did is went with chicken. Isn't that gorgeous? Those chicken fajitas cooked in only 7 minutes, but here's the real surprise. Watch what happens after we serve this.
We'll pull these chicken out of there.
I'm not going to tell them yet.
And look, the peppers are done
Aren't
just
they wonderful?
beautifully, and all of the spices that you've put on the fajitas are alive with their flavor and their aroma. You don't cook the spices to death like you would normally on top of the stove or on the or in the oven.
And now here's the big surprise. Look underneath. We cook the rice at the same time. This one will cook your meal and the rice at the same time.
And every
look
grain,
how beautiful it comes out.
Every grain is fluffed up and beautiful. Anybody like that Southwest out there? There you go, chicken fajitas. Now, we also have something else to show you.
Well, this one's a nice surprise here. I'll pop this out. Ooh, that's good and hot. This one is just for a quick lunch one afternoon. You know, every now and then you get people coming over. You want to do something nice, but I mean, you don't want to spend hours in the kitchen.
Sure.
So how about a little 7-minute stuffed pepper?
Ooh, stuffed peppers, one of my favorites. Take a look at that.
Nice color, too,
What'd you
isn't
stuff them up with there?
Well, we've got a little chicken salsa mix in there. We took some fresh salsa and some little chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast, chopped it up, put it in with the salsa and a few peppers, and that's all you need. A little rice in the bottom.
One of the things I like so much about this, and doesn't that look good? You can serve it right up there. One of the things I like about this best is that normally when you have to bake a stuffed pepper, you'll put it in the oven, but to cook the inside, by the time they're done, the stuffed pepper, the pepper itself has completely fallen apart, is mushy. These are nice, firm peppers ready to go without losing their moisture.
That's exactly right, and that's the combination of the steam in there. You know, you've noticed when you steam your vegetables, how they retain some of the texture and it doesn't turn to mush, or what we call cafeteria style at home.
Now, we have a couple of things we want to show you that the MicroBuddies can do. A lot of you think that, okay, so far you've done some nice things, some Cornish hens and some stuffed peppers, and you made chicken fajitas. Those are pretty simple. But what if you want to get flavorings into foods? Well, this is where the MicroBuddies really excel. We're going to cook some salmon here.
I'm going to have some serious fun
I
with
twisted
this.
his arm because I love salmon.
Yeah, he does. He absolutely loves it. Now, here's where we're going to change the rules a little bit. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get us a little bit of fresh ginger. I'm grating fresh ginger root. There is no substitute for fresh. By the way, don't worry about this thing because it won't hurt you at all. All right? I'll tell you about it later on. But watch this. We're going to put this inside here just a little bit. Let it float down into the liquid. And then I'm going to pour on a little fresh soy sauce. We're going to use soy sauce for our power this time, instead of using water.
And we'll tell you what we're talking about when we mention what powers it. You won't believe. There's no engine to this. There's no special electronics to this. What powers it is liquid, and we'll talk about that in a second. I'm going to put this into the microwave oven and do it for about 4...
No, let's give it 5 minutes. I've got some
5?
real thick fillets on there this time.
All right.
Okay?
We're ready to go. 5 minutes.
All right. Well, what we thought we'd do this time, again, I like to go back to quick meals. And I know you're a gourmet chef, but there's a lot of us out there that just don't have quite your talent, so we have to work it a little smaller here. I've got water in the bottom. I put a little bay seasoning in there, any kind of seafood seasoning that you like.
So
we'll put the sauce in the middle.
We'll put it in the microwave.
Now let's give this about 4 minutes.
No problem.
That's all we need for it. By the way,
minutes.
if you wanted to reheat this pasta, of course, we're not going to do it here on the air because it's just so quick.
You know, the MicroBuddies are perfect for reheating pasta or Chinese food. If you have Chinese food left over, you know, those fried rice and things like that.
Oh, absolutely.
A little bit of the chow mein. The MicroBuddy re-energizes it just like it came out of the restaurant.
Right, it's not dried out.
Now, here's your favorite. Some
Well, I said it
steak,
was from
some
the
red
Southwest.
potatoes, some zucchini. This is wonderful to do. How about doing barbecue sauces in the microwave?
Oh, absolutely.
There you go.
You don't have to use seasoning, but I love seasoning, so I'm going to put a little bit on here. And then we're going to just put a little bit of barbecue sauce on there.
I like the way you say that, barbecue sauce. You are from the South, aren't you?
Well, that's all right. Yeah. But we'll put some of this on here. And I like my steak medium rare. Now, of course, if you want it more well done, just add another minute to what we're cooking.
Now, folks, when you have microwaved meat before, how's it come out? Gray and rubbery, doesn't it? Well, you are going to not believe, when I put this in here, how long do you want me to cook it? You want
5
it rare?
minutes.
All righty.
Medium rare.
You are not going to believe that you can get rare, medium rare, you can get anything you want.
In fact, I guess it'd be a good idea to explain what we've been talking about, power and all. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to pull one of these out, and you're going to see exactly what the secret to a MicroBuddy is. You ready? A lid, a tray, and a rack.
Simple.
That's it.
That's
Isn't
all
that amazing?
there is to it.
But the reason it works is because the microwave takes advantage of super moisturized steam.
We've got a specially designed chamber that's going to trap any liquid. Notice I said any liquid. Remember we used soy sauce earlier instead of water. You could use orange juice. In fact, I'm going to use some different liquids later on. I'll show you. But you put a small amount in here. You don't need a lot, generally about 1/3 of a cup of whatever you're using.
And it could be white wine, it could be soy sauce, it could be teriyaki sauce, it could be any
Whatever
of your
you
own
like.
mixtures of marinades if you want, anything you want.
Then you have the grid here, which keeps your food up out of the liquid.
Right.
And these slots in here allow any of the excess fats to drip
drip
off
away.
the meats. And again, we'll talk about that later on because I'm going to show you how to take Chinese food, which has always been considered one of the healthiest ways to eat,
Right.
and make it even healthier.
Then you put the lid on, which forms the chamber. There's no problem with putting it in a microwave. Like a lot of people tell you, don't put microwave lids inside or little containers with lids. But this has the little vent holes in the top here that make it absolutely safe to use inside a microwave.
Exactly.
Most of us will take our vegetables and we'll put it into a saucepan with water, would we not? Isn't that how we do it? Well, have you ever noticed when you take your vegetables out, what's left in the water? It looks like that, doesn't it? It's a little bit gray, a little bit yellow. You know what's in there? That's your vitamins, that's your nutrients, that's your flavor.
That's why they say our drains eat better than we do, because most of us pour that down there.
Absolutely. Now, take a look at this. We took the same exact amount of vegetables that we cooked in water and got that from. Same amount of vegetables. We cooked it in a MicroBuddy, and I want you to see the water that comes out. I'm going to let you get real close. Take a look.
You be the judge for yourself.
Take a look. Take a look at that. Isn't that amazing? Now, we heard a little beep over here. Now, by the way, I want this for my lunch, okay? I'm a big vegetarian.
All right.
And I like the flavor and the
We may
nutrients.
tempt you a little more here, though.
Yeah, you will. Now, you know I love
Oh, yes.
seafood.
Yes,
Take
I
a
do.
look at this, folks. Perfectly done. And look at that soy sauce in there.
In fact, I'll tell you.
I'm going to serve
Doesn't
this
that look
up.
great?
Yeah,
Oh, and the
I'm gonna serve
aroma.
one of these.
See, one of the things that you may want to notice here is that when you cook with the MicroBuddy, it seals those flavors in as well as the nutrients. Everything we put in the liquid under there, that soy sauce, that ginger, as it turned to steam, permeated the food. So you get the flavor, but not the fat and the calories.
And again, this is what we were telling you about. We've always done a baked potato in the microwave because we know that it cooks from the inside out, but it never cooked meat that way. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous?
Now, what would
Straight
you
from
charge,
the Atlantic to you.
What would you have charged in your restaurant for a meal like that?
Something like this I could have gotten about $12 for in my restaurant, and it certainly would have taken me an awful lot longer than 5 minutes to make that. We also have for you over here, take a look at this one. Ready? There is your shrimp, perfectly done.
Isn't that gorgeous?
And we're just going to, let me get a ladle here. And all we have to do is take our pasta, put our marinara sauce over the top.
Would you like a little fresh Parmesan with that?
You go right ahead. I'm going to put some shrimp around here too. These shrimp are perfectly coral done. Boy, they're a little hot too. And you can really smell that Old Bay seasoning. Can you smell that seasoning all the way across? Did you ever get seasoning coming out of a microwave oven? No way. And with a little white wine, and boy, you did, what was that grater you were using there? That's really a slick little thing.
Just a little bit on here. I don't want to get carried away. Is that, what do you think, is that enough?
There you go. Take
Perfect.
a look at that. How's that? Now we had one more, and this is your favorite.
Now we're talking here.
Now we're talking the gentleman that likes the beef. Now, remember I told you, you were going to have, I'll do it right over here.
Okay.
Take a look at that steak.
Now that is heaven on earth.
Follow me over here, and I'm going to show you that you have perfectly done beef on the inside. Now, you take a look at that. Done medium rare. That is not gray, and that was done in 5 minutes in a microwave. That's really remarkable, Wayne, and I have, like you, I have become an absolute believer when you see how it's done.
Well, they say seeing is believing, but there's no other way, as far as I'm concerned, to use a microwave.
Now, we talked about doing rice underneath, but a lot of you like to cook rice just to have with your meal. This is one of the finest rice cookers you are ever going to find. Every time, plump,
5 minutes.
Beautiful rice in 5 minutes. And that's always done with steam, etc. Whether it's stuffed peppers or chicken fajitas or Cornish hens or salmon, pasta with shrimp and marinara, beautiful medium rare beef, rice, or re-energizing Chinese foods, etc. It can be done in a fraction of the time with this. Now, this is a great value from QVC. You get the medium, the large, the extra large MicroBuddy, the set of storage bowls with the lids, a use and care and cookbook, and don't forget, $50 in coupons for things of your choice in the garage. Now, that sounds like an awful lot.
I'll tell you what, I don't think you can beat it. It is the best value that I've ever run across for something in the kitchen.
So there's a lot coming your way, and you take a look at exactly at how you're going to be able to pick up the MicroBuddies on In the Kitchen with Bob on QVC today.
Remember, when you order, you'll receive a medium size for individual foods, a large size for whole meals, an extra large size for those grand meals when you have company or around the holidays, an easy-to-use instruction and cooking guide, 4 freezer to microwave storage, heating, and serving containers, plus $50 in valuable money-saving coupons for name brand grocery products. But here's an extra bonus. With your MicroBuddy order, you'll also receive the Super Grater. Forget knuckle-scraping metal graters. Now you can grate cheese, lemon skins, and potatoes easily without the fear of scraping your skin. The entire package is now yours for the breakthrough TV price of only 2 payments of $19.95. And don't forget, when you order, you'll be eligible to receive the celebrated Side-to-Cost Microwave Cooking Library for a free 2-week trial period. Call the toll-free number on the screen to order. Or if you prefer, send a check or money order plus shipping, handling, and any applicable tax to the address on the screen. You'll get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's nothing to lose. Plus, we're so confident you'll love the MicroBuddy. If for any reason you're not happy, send it back for a refund and keep the $50 in coupons as our gift. Call now and get the best out of a recipe from your new MicroBuddy. Now let's return to a special In the Kitchen with Bob. Here's Wayne and Bob.